All right, it's Friday, and it is April 6th, 2012. Six! Because I can't talk today. Today's April 6th, 2012. It's a Friday, and that means it's time for Dream and Code Live, DICTV. And I am Andre Burdett, also known as Skaggles, and I'm wearing bunny ears because today's going to be our Easter special. I'm just going to move this camera up a bit so you can admire my bunny ears. Today's Good Friday. Sunday's going to be Easter, so I figured I'd get a little festive this time. You know, got the pastel colors going, got the ears going. We're good. Today we actually going to have a guest that we've had before in the past for a small portion. I figured we owed it to him to bring it back. Everybody, how about you welcome number 2 pencil or Jason to the show? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome, spectacular, fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Mr. Skaggles.
Yes. One thing I wanted to point out, of course, we're in the Dream and Code IRC chat for this show. So if you're in the Ustream chat, you're in the wrong place. We're not paying attention to that chat, sorry. It's just because we had problems with it. So head to the dreamandcode.net site and go to the IRC chat and you should be good. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is something that number 2 pencil here, Jason, put together. And that is the new weeklydic.com website where you can actually see all the previous episodes, get some information about the people and the guests and everything like that. So number 2 pencil put this together, and we should all clap our hands for him. So what made you put that site together? Was it just because you felt like we needed something more substantial than YouTube channel?
Guilt and the desire for more orange.
Yes, I love the orange. The orange is amazing. Of course, if you go to the Dream and Code website, which I imagine you do, you're going to know orange very well. Orange has become synonymous with Dream and Code and programming for many people. So
I'm going to do a cartwheel the day we have a member that comes to Dream and Code and says, "Hey, I saw you guys from this channel thing."
Well, that would be crazy. I mean, we're already getting on plenty of people in the IRC chat coming in and saying how much they love the show, and I really appreciate that. I love doing the show. The show is so much fun. It's just a load of fun, and having the ability to having the moments to talk with people in the Dream and Code community one-on-one about things really makes it worth it. Today we're trying a little bit of a different format just to bring it out. What we're going to do actually this time is instead of interviewing number 2 pencil, which we kind of already did, we're actually, we picked a few topics, well mostly I picked a few topics that we're going to discuss from the Dream and Code site. Just me and him have a little bit of discussion. You guys get to watch us talk. So we're going to try that out and see how it goes. And the first thing I wanted to mention that number 2 pencil felt was important for us to mention too was the Dream and Code Rep Awards for March. Congratulations to all the people who put a lot of effort into creating the posts and getting the reputation points to be able to get these rewards. It just means they put a lot of effort into their post replies. So I think it's only right that to properly congratulate these individuals, I'm going to announce each one of their names and completely butcher them. We have, in the Java form, PBL, or Pibble. I'm just going to assume it's PBL. In the XNA game development form, congratulations to Kalorn and Butch Dean. In the C#, I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce your name. In the C++, we have Jim Bloomberg and R. Stiltskin. VB.net, Charlie May, Encode, and Sela007. Congratulations to those guys. PHP, we got Dormalik, as well as in JavaScript and ATLI, or Atli. Congratulations to all of them. Yeah, this guy's name looks like it's Klingon. It's in Klingon. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Do you have any idea how to pronounce this thin talk there?
I think it begins with like the T punctuation.
Yeah. It's
no.
It's definitely a little hard to pronounce there. Yeah.
You're either a Star Wars guy or you're a Star Trek guy. Unfortunately, I've never seen an episode or a movie of Star Trek ever, so I'm clueless as to what that means. But I will say that his
Oh, okay.
his
B9,
costume's spot on.
B9, the chat channel saying that people just call him Klingon.
Oh, well, it does begin with the T, so that's not even close.
Tingon? Maybe it's Klingon for Klingon. But yeah, you have anything you want to say about the Rook Awards? I know as an
Everybody
administrator.
does such a tremendous job, and it's great to see people working hard and getting the shout out for topics and channels that I don't get a chance to go into. So thank you very much.
Yeah, it's because I think it's mainly because of these type of people that put a lot of work into that makes this forum so great. They really put the extra effort into helping people, which is why they came up with this whole reputation. It's not necessarily why, but it's definitely a benefit for this reputation system to actually see who's really trying and get a good basis for the people that are really standing out on the forum. Concurred or no concurred? Well, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic actually is more or less another kind of mentioned, a shadow. We're going to, for each episode, we're going to try, assuming people have challenges, we're going to mention a challenge that's on the Dream and Code site. And for this week, we're going to highlight the challenge, the Adam Spate 2008. I just realized that rhymed just now. That Adam Spate put together for the VBNet challenges to create a Simon game, just a simple Simon game. And if you're not, if you're maybe outdated, I don't know. I remember these games. Do you remember these games, Jason?
Simon, yeah,
Yes.
It was the four colors that
Yes.
went on, and you could take it no longer.
Yeah, you just do 4 colors, the 4 primary colors. You got red, you got green, you got yellow, you got blue. And basically, the computer creates a random order, 1, and then just 1 to start out with, and you have to repeat it exactly. And then the next one is 2 colors, and then 3 colors, and they're random orders.
It would be like boop 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 boop.
Yep.
And
It would
you have
make
to
the
do
sound.
that.
I remember this.
Or it'd be like,
yeah. I got one up to like 20-something turns once, and I was like, yes, I'm doing so well. And then I messed it up. I'm like, ah!
the worst is when you mess it up from and it's not even from memory. It's like not fair. Like you bumped the wrong one, or
yeah, I actually suggest, just a suggestion. You could keep it simple, or you could try to implement more colors. That would be interesting. A game of Simon with like 15 colors, pastels for Easter.
tie-dye Simon.
Yes, tie-dye Simon. Just have it multiple colors too. Just one is like a rainbow colored, and it's just kind of your wild card where you don't know. That way you just keep pressing that one and win the game. The I win button.
No, tie-dye Simon, you'd have to be like completely baked, and it didn't matter. Like you'd sit and watch, and there can be crime scene Simon, and they're all red.
Or you can just have it to where the colors switch. To where like yellow used to be in the corner, and then next turn it'll be in the other corner.
The pattern's the same, but the buttons move.
Yeah, you got to actually remember what the colors, not the pattern. That would totally trip people up entirely. I remember playing games like Simon and Rubik's Cubes. Messing around with Rubik's Cubes when I was younger. Those were always fun. But then you'd always cheat too on Rubik's Cube sometimes.
Yeah, I always took the Rubik's Cube apart, and my mom said, do that one more time, throwing it in the trash, and it was never to be seen again.
It's kind of like you're one of those kids that you take apart your alarm clock before you know what time is. It's like, look what I did. It's all like, where did you get an alarm clock? I made it out of Legos.
It hits each bell and it's done. It just splits in pieces.
It explodes, just Legos everywhere. Legos. Another thing I used to play with similar Legos when I was younger was Connects. I don't know if you ever messed with Connects. Those were kind of fun.
No, I had Lincoln Logs. I didn't have Connects.
What about Domino Rally? Do you remember Domino Rally?
No.
That was
Lincoln Log.
you. Erector set. Lincoln Logs. Oh yeah, people are gonna kick out that word.
I got my Lincoln Logs taken away because I built a catapult, and I was very distracted with my toys.
Built a catapult?
Yeah, because the roof planks were long, and so I built, like in an invert, and then you'd put one of the small Lincoln Logs at the very end, and you'd slam it like you would your spoon into the peas at lunch, and then it would launch the Lincoln Log across the room.
Yeah, I imagine you're a lot older than I am. Well, not a lot, but because I actually never messed with Lincoln Logs. I know of them, but I never messed with them. But when I was a kid, they were outdated, so I imagine you're a little older than me.
Yeah, thanks for... So what's next on the topic?
Actually, before we go to the next one, how about we play your advertisement thing? I know that the last few episodes, I've actually forgotten to play it. I've forgotten to transfer it over to the audio.
Bring on the ad.
Yes, I'm going to mute us, and I'm going to switch over to the advertisement that everyone can listen to. And I want everybody to know, just a little forewarning, that the voice you're about to hear is Kaya from the forums, KYA. He put this together, just pointing him out and fingering him. I'm fingering Kaya with that. How about we start?
Is your computer running slow, suddenly shutting off, locking up, or other abnormal behavior? You could very well have a virus. Help is available. Computer Design and Repair has been servicing Akron, Cuyahoga Falls, and the greater Summit County area since 2003. Give us a call, and a professional technician can diagnose and properly repair the issue. Computer Design and Repair can also repair your PC or laptop, including LCD screens, DC jacks, broken or missing keys, even data recovery. Located downtown Cuyahoga Falls on the corner of Portage Trail and 2nd Street, Computer Design and Repair is open from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Please, feel free to give us a call at 330-929-2600 or see our entire list of services on the web at akron123.com. Again, that's 330-929-2600 or akron123.com.
That was amazing. That was awesome. I love your commercial. You got Kaya in on that, and someone else you mentioned doing the music.
Yeah, my cousin-in-law played the electric guitar or the acoustic guitar,
I was gonna say that didn't sound like electric guitar.
And apparently there was no sound. Everyone's saying. So.
What? I had it on mute. Oh, you know what? I know what was wrong. It's because I muted you, but by muting you, I muted the sound too. So guess what? We gotta watch it again.
And through the magic of editing, none of this will ever happen.
I'm going to mute you on Skype rather than through this this program. We'll just come back to it. We'll do this next topic, and then we'll play it again. How about that? Let's move on. We'll come back to it. I'm sorry you guys just watched an image for like 30 seconds to a minute. How long was that?
Gunnar is firing you. You're fired.
Hey, this software's still new to me. I'm still getting the hang of it too. So next topic. The next topic actually is this little guy. This is Zips. Say hello, Zips, everyone. Is that the cutest little bee? I had to point him out. This guy's hilarious. Now the next topic, in reality, is I wanted to pick something some humor. I wanted to go on with some humor since I love humor. So I chose to cover the topic in the caffeine lounge of all places of programming yo mama jokes. Or as the title says, programming yo mama jokes. There's some really good ones in here, and I was laughing through these because the funny thing is that these jokes, I mean, you kind of like get them only if you're a complete programming nerd. So you can say these jokes to somebody who's not really that much of a techie, and they'll just look at you like, "Huh? Are you even speaking English?" So these are really great if you want to offend somebody who's a non-techie and get away with it. So let's cover some of these, shall we? Which one was your favorite?
My favorite was there's a lot of good ones. But the ones with the pictures make me laugh a little more.
Let me Let me bring those up.
It's on the first page.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up the images themselves. That way I can just go like this. Boom. Your mama is so fat, the recursive function computing her mass causes a stack overflow. Burn, huh? Take that.
In your face.
You don't recover from that. There's no recovering from that. Let's see now. What was the other one? I'm sorry if the screen may lag a second because I'm actually loading these. I try to load everything before the show. That way I don't have to lag the feed a little bit, the stream. What's this other one? Here we go. Your mother is so fat, even I cannot find the shortest path around her. In your face! Hey, look, a fellow beardy. How awesome are these jokes? These jokes are amazing.
And KYA's gem. Your mom so dumb she tripped over the network.
Yes, that was a good one. I think Neo pointed out it sounds like something that she would actually do.
And then she wonders why we rip on her.
Yeah, she rips on herself. No offense to her. I'm not trying to tease her or anything, but you know, it's all good fun. One of my favorites was actually not even a joke. It was from Nick C. Your mom is so fat, I would still fuck her. How great is that one? That's possibly the greatest one out of all of them.
I don't know if this has ever been done before, but I'm actually going to post on Dream and Code on the show.
Oh, live posting action here. Let's go live to number 2 Pencil as he posts on Dream and Code.
Now this is real original here, but I'm gonna post your mom is so fat, I would still watch in reply to NYKC's comment. Damn.
Is it happening right now? This is happening live.
It's up.
It's live.
Post number 17.
All right, we're gonna go here. I just looked at the page. Oh, there it is. Live posting. Live. You just watched number 2 Pencil make a post live. Look at that. Posted a minute ago already. Wow. So number 2 Pencil. You know what? If it wasn't for the fact that I cannot upvote you or rep you, I would live rep you on the +1 rep you. Did they take that away again? Because I remember having it in the caffeine lounge. Now it's gone.
I was not aware that repping in the lounge was removed. Ooh. Apparently, yeah. It looks like there's no repping available there.
Live news right here on Dream and Code Live on DICTV.
Yeah, because I actually got a rep earlier today from the lounge, I believe.
Ah, interesting. Let's see. Let's look at some of these other Your Mama jokes. Your mom is so fat that long double is insufficient to express her weight. You gotta love these. Let's see if the chat's got any. I'm gonna look at the chat, see if they're saying anyone. No, most of the chat.
No, you don't want to go to chat.
There's a lag too between the video and chat. So unfortunately, once I go to chat, I sit there and I'm all like, okay, let's go to chat.
Oh, okay. B9 has brought up a great point here in the chat. And this is, remember earlier when I couldn't find the topic? It's because it's in the games. It's not in the lounge.
Oh, okay, I
see.
So
you can rep in the lounge. Yeah, repping in the games has always been removed because
see right here.
People were less likely to participate in the event that they could possibly get downvoted.
Yeah, I see the point. I didn't realize I was in the game thing because I just clicked the link on the front page. It's like, oh, cool, programming mama jokes. Your mom's so bad her whole life is a syntax error. This one was my favorite of the first ones. Yo mama is so fat that when she tries to find her belly button, she gets a no pointer exception.
Oh, and of course the rip on the file system.
Oh yeah, yes. It was a popular one.
Yeah, the file system
it's
named
popular
after her.
Even though you can't upvote these people. It's popular. Explain that.
Oh, because somebody posted a game in the lounge where it doesn't belong, and then by the time it got found...
Ah, I see. They moved it. Yes, it's your mama is so fat. She has a file system named for her.
Yo mama.
If anything, that's your mama is so important and popular in the science world that she has a file system named after her. Yeah, turn that one around, huh?
Your mama's NTFS because she's so bloated.
Your mama's so stupid that she actually reports her errors to Microsoft and expects an answer.
I've actually had a customer call me and said, I've been clicking on these all week and no one's gotten back with me. So I can relate with the pain in that one.
Let's see, what else? I think we're running out low on these. Your mama's so fat her scale only reads in binary. Yes.
You could have something like, your mama's so dumb that in binary she's a 2.
See, there's some of these are really good, and other ones I'm like, you know, it's kind of iffy with your mama jokes, and that's the problem with your mama jokes, and, is that sometimes they get such a big laugh, but then every now and then you get a dud. And the important part is that you envelope the duds with the good ones. So you do good, dud, dud, good, dud, dud, good, you know, and that's how you get a successful yo mama thing going on back in the schoolyard when you would bully people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can you see the ears? Gotta get lower. See, the ears need to get. Oh, the cat is rolling all over my desk. I actually this weekend, not this weekend because this weekend hasn't happened yet, but yesterday, I actually took all the stuff off my desk and wiped it down, and I vacuumed and just did a whole bunch of cleaning. And now, look at this, look at this. I'm gonna actually point the camera over here so you guys can get some live cat rolling here. This is what's going on my desk right now.
Go cat. Go cat.
She's just destroying my desk. Look at that, she found my checkbook. She found it. She's licking my checkbook.
Your cat's a gold digger.
She is. I kid you not, this is what happened. This is real. I would keep my checkbook by my by my monitor here. People are saying there's an ad. Maybe we should wait on this. You know, now would be a great time to play your ad because everybody else is watching another ad.
Watch this cat roll around and buy a Prius.
The people at Ustream are like, oh, they're showing pictures of cats. That's our cue.
Iams cat food.
Yes. Yes, what happened was I would always have my my checkbook by my monitor kind of over here. This is where I would keep my stuff, you know, my stuff I take with me if I need to go out and buy stuff. But for some reason, every time, I believe for a while, and I leave my checkbook here on my desk, I'd come back and the checkbook would be gone. It would just disappear. Look at this. I'm going back to the cat now. She's literally got my checkbook up in her paws and is licking it. But my checkbook would just disappear, completely just vanish. And I'd be like, where the hell is it? It would like fall like in between my computer and the desk, and somehow, and I found out that the cat would be like licking and rubbing her face all over the checkbook and like knocking it off the desk. So finally, I hid the checkbook over here, and guess what? She just found it. She finds the checkbook no matter where I put it. She's definitely trying to get me to write her a check.
Skaggles, I'm just gonna throw this out there, but I think that desks work most efficiently when you put something in them.
Well, I don't have drawers on this desk.
Then you need to get a better desk.
My desk is like a picnic table. Let's get another live shot. She found the PSP.
It's a spool. It's an empty spool that you've tipped on its side and then threw a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, my desk is good for its use. Like I don't really get the desk all fancy with drawers and everything because chances are I'm not even going to use the drawers, except for junk. I'll just throw stuff in it. Yeah, thanks for the mess, and then leave. Damn cats. All right, how about we play your ad? How about we play your ad again with sound this time? So I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you on Skype. I'm going to mute myself in this thing. So let's see. How do I mute you? How do I say shut up?
With the back of your hand.
With the back of my hand. How about I just hang up on you? I'll call you back after your commercial. How about that? That's the only way I can see about doing it, because I can mute my microphone for you. Oh, yep, he just ended the call. There we go. That'll solve that problem. So now we're going to go over to his advertisement.
Is your computer running slow, suddenly shutting off, locking up, or other abnormal behavior? You could very well have a virus. Help is available. Computer Design and Repair has been servicing Akron, Cuyahoga Falls, and the greater Summit County area since 2003. Give us a call, and a professional technician can diagnose and properly repair the issue. Computer Design and Repair can also repair your PC or laptop, including LCD screens, DC jacks, broken or missing keys, even data recovery. Located downtown Cuyahoga Falls on the corner of Portage Trail and 2nd Street, Computer Design and Repair is open from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Please, feel free to give us a call at 330-929-2600 or see our entire list of services on the web at akron123.com. Again, that's 330-929-2600 or akron123.com.
Amazing! So they actually played sound this time, right? Because I don't want to like start. Yeah, he doesn't sound like an Ohio native. Let's go ahead and get Mr. Number 2, Mr. Pencil back. Welcome back.
Welcome back yourself.
Yeah. So I'm talking about hang up, and he just hangs up on me. And in chat he goes, "No one hangs up on me." I love this. This is what happens on the stream. I'll actually switch over to Skype. Like I switch the video over to you. I'll be like, okay, now I'm gonna switch to him because he's gonna say something right now, right? And then it's just a picture of you and just nothing. Like right now.
Oh, am I supposed to go?
Yeah. I'll just put us both next to each other with the and I just spit all over my desk. So the cat just pretty much destroyed my the left half of my desk and took off. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. We have 30 minutes still. We're doing pretty well. All right, so let's move on to a little bit of a serious topic here. We are going to talk about something that Mr. Pencil here posted himself in the Caffeine Lounge, and that is Arizona may outlaw internet trolling.
I really don't want to do time in jail. I really don't.
I love the picture that Craig328 posted here. So I'm showing on the channel right now.
The dancing.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse troll.
I spent half of my day today just looking at that picture and giggling.
Oh, I could do it right now. I'm gonna live rep this. I'm gonna live rep it. Boom! He just got another rep, another plus rep, because I love that picture. Every time I see something about posting, I'm gonna post something like that now. I'm gonna post that picture. That's awesome. So let's actually talk about this. So what it is, I'm gonna bring up the actual Yahoo. Ironically, posted under the games, games.yahoo.com/blogs, talking about this bill in Arizona could criminalize internet trolling. Basically, exactly what you'd think. You can no longer post. Reading the article, the actual bill is kind of like similar to SOAP in the fact that the wording in any political document, the wording was a little bit, vague. Using words like, here we go, annoy and offend. Those are a little vague, especially if you look into the way advertisement works too. Those words kind of are very, depends on who's saying them, What annoys me could be perfectly fine to another person, right?
Well, and that's the problem. This is what bothers me, is that people are actually considering this. That not only did one, complete buffoon come up with this idea, but he passed it along to somebody else, and they said, well, that's actually not a bad idea. And they got enough of these idiots together that they're going to try and push this thing to the point where we're expected to all think the same, act the same, and behave the same. And
yes.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. This is kind of on a very thin line between two very controversial kind of things. And on the one side, you have censorship of the internet, which nobody wants to censorship on the internet. But when you start imposing laws, even when they try to take care of problems like cyberbullying and stuff, it's still a form of censorship. So you got to kind of measure the good on the one side and the bad on the other. I mean, which way do you go? It's a very, very slippery slope.
Well, I don't understand when does it end? I mean, if you're not allowed to, okay, if the internet hurts, like if the stove is hot and it burns, then you just don't do it.
Yeah.
And if we're going to null the pain from human interaction, then, you know, when you get slammed in the nose because you mouthed off to some guy at Burger King, I mean, I don't understand where it ends. At what point do we stop fluffing everybody and telling everybody that everything's going to be okay?
Yeah, it's like the people in the chat are saying, "Welcome to America. You will be assimilated."
You'll be annihilated.
I think this is very much brought on by the recent little film documentary Bully. A lot of this, it's bringing a lot of attention to things, and a lot of this stuff is starting to jump up in legislation and stuff with these anti-bullying laws and trying to criminalize, like it says, criminalize internet-based bullying. I mean, some of it is in a sense. Take Facebook, for instance. I mean, the way I look at it with bullying is that it's kind of avoidable in some senses, but you got to also blame both parties a bit, because you can't just let yourself be bullied. And if you're really going to take things seriously that somebody's posting on the internet, the only thing that's serious about the internet is the fact that what you put on the internet stays on the internet, and this stuff could come back and haunt you later.
But here's where I abandon ship. Here's the whole problem I have with this. Is if some kid's like 15 and he's posting something online, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he's getting bullied over it, or other people are doing whatever. I mean, where are the parents? Where, not that the parents should be standing over their shoulder, but I mean, at 15, I don't think you should be on Facebook. You shouldn't be telling people where you live.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be opening yourself to the world of the internet. And if you should, it should be under some form of provisions, because at 15, I mean, I just don't feel that you're ready to have that kind of interaction, and especially if you're just going to go off yourself.
Exactly, and some people have committed suicide over internet bullying and that sort of thing.
And that kind of goes back to the parents. I mean, when I was a kid, you know, if somebody was giving me a hard time or whatever at school, and I'm upset about it, we talked about it over dinner, and Dad's like, you know.
Or you sack up and kick their ass, right?
Yeah, he's like, if it, you know, like he's telling me as an adult man to his child how to, you know, deal with it, and that there's going to be consequences with your actions. So
yeah.
You have to gauge, when does it become worth it to just hit him in the mouth and show him you're done, and then that's the end of it. And in fact, I mean, some kid who was giving me a hard time in school ended up being one of my best friends, because I finally stood up to him and you know, okay, this isn't someone I can walk all over.
Yeah.
And now, instead of that, we have, shut up, Mom, I'm texting. You know, I'm eating my TV dinner.
Yeah, it's a very disconnected world, lately.
This ability to grow up.
I think it's ironic that with how connected everyone is now with the internet, we're so much more disconnected than we used to be from each other.
Right, and instead of doing anything to fix that, instead of saying, no, this isn't the way to behave, we're like, well, okay, sorry, the rest of the world, these kids grew up wrong, so you're just going to have to shut up and adhere by the fact that they can't tolerate pretty much anything abnormal to being pampered.
Exactly. I remember one story. This is a little personal story here. It's not me, it's my brother. It's this guy I knew. No, my brother was actually getting bullied in high school. Actually, no, it was middle school. It was junior high school. And he kept getting bullied by this girl, but he didn't want to do anything about it, because he's, you know, we always got brought up, you know, you don't hit a girl or anything. But this girl kept bullying him and pushing him around and everything, calling him names and everything. And he kept telling my mom about it, and she would talk to school, and they basically said there's not much they could do, because there wasn't anything going on except for like verbal abuse or something, which was ridiculous. And so my mom actually tells my brother, she's like, you know what? Just kick her ass. So one day he turns around and just punches her right in the face, and she never bothered him again, but he did get in trouble.
Well, and that's the thing. Then you gauge, is it worth getting in trouble for a week or whatever, yes, or is it worth, you know, just putting up with it? No, my brother did. Chat, it's like, your brother married her? Right now. Yeah, what he should have done, he should have knocked up her sister. Take that. Just throw some. Why don't you try throwing some some programming your mama jokes her way and see if she talks anymore. You know, I think I think those are knock down a peg or two, right? But yeah, I definitely believe there's a problem
with bullying, but it's not necessarily restricted just to the internet. There's always been bullying. It's just the fact that all of a sudden it's migrated to a medium where people can be more anonymous about it. But it doesn't mean it's any less than it was before. It's still the same thing. It's just different medium, right? And just deal with it the same way you've done before. And if you actually ever watched it, I actually forced myself to watch this a while back, the movie Cyberbully. It was actually this like ABC like for kids movie with teenagers and stuff. It was a pain to watch, but I watched through it because I was actually writing a report about cyberbullying and stuff. So I wanted the insight. And in it, she actually, for her like 16th birthday or something, the main character gets like her own laptop, and she signs up for this social network on the site. And all of a sudden, she's getting teased and made fun of and everything like that, you know, bullied and everything. And her mom tells her, it's like, just delete the profile. It's like, don't subject yourself to that sort of stuff. Just delete it. What do you care? But she kept the profile going, and she kept going back to it every day and reading this stuff. And at that point, you're just saying you're inflicting the damage on yourself when you're letting this sort of thing happen.
Just like a dog loyal to its abusive owner.
Yes. Yes. What do they say? You lock up your wife and your dog in the trunk, drive around the block a few times, open it up, and see which one's happy to see you. I love that. It either shows you how loyal dogs are or how stupid they are.
It's a sad combination of both. I mean, it really is.
You gotta have a certain level of stupidity to be completely faithful to someone, right? That's what that means. If you're completely utterly faithful to someone, you're an idiot. I'm not condoning that, but that's basically what dogs prove to us. Do you have anything else to say about this, or have we said anything? It's basically,
no, I mean, it's
pretty much straightforward.
Sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad how mindless and faceless America thinks we need to be.
Yes, and it comes back to the whole thing where you're like bullying. It seems like bullying on the internet where it's all words and stuff. At one point, you know the people that say, you know, sticks and stones break my bones, words will never hurt me. Sometimes words really do hurt people, but you have to be a certain level of what's the word? You have to be a certain emotional level of emotional disadvantage to be able to let those words hurt you. If you're, you know, a strong person and everything, and you don't let those type of words hurt you, then yeah, that statement holds true. But some weaker people, I mean, I'm not saying that everyone's weak. I'm just saying that teenagers are a little more emotionally vulnerable to these type of things, like words and bullying. That's why it's so dominant.
It comes back to kind of like what I said before, at least how I feel about it. You know, life is about experience, and if the parents aren't there to help their kids through life, then that's why they're off on themselves. They just don't know any better. Yeah.
They well, the person that I was reading about, I'm not going to mention any of this, the people's names or anything, but the suicide one I read about, she actually had a history of depression, and it kind of the whole thing just set her off. So I mean, there's multiple factors in that situation, and it's the bullying was just not the only thing. It's just the thing that pushed her to the end. All right, let's move on. This topic's too serious.
This is too serious for Easter.
Yes. I got one more topic, and we still got 20 minutes. So what I'm going to talk about next is actually pretty interesting, and I actually have the little video here. Creative C, or creative coding, or, you know, he's in IRC chat a lot, except for now. He's usually in here a lot. he's well known amongst the IRC regulars, and he's kind of well known in Caffeine Lounge. I think B9's job is to shoot down everything he says and to negative rep him every time he shows up. But he posted a thing on the website about this new Google Project Glass, and I'm actually going to show the video here where we talk about it. It's basically like augmented reality glasses, where like you're wearing these glasses and you could do so much stuff with just these glasses. You're completely connected on the go without using your hands and everything. It's so weird.
The problem, it's these darn eyes. I mean, I've almost removed myself from, you know, human interaction except for these eyes. Oh wait, we've got that fixed too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, who needs cell phones anymore? We just wear glasses now. You remember Back to the Future, the second one, where he's playing the video game and he fixes it, and he's like, I used to kick so much ass in this game, and the kids are like, you got to use your hands?
Yeah, that stuff's for babies.
Yes, see, that's the way the world's going to end up. It's like, you got to use your hands now? What? So this is what Google's saying. It's like, okay, everybody's focused on this touch stuff. The touch stuff is really big now. Touch, tablets, touch screens, and all that stuff. It's really starting to pick up and starting to get marketed. Google's all like, screw that. We're just going to jump ahead and go straight to the. You don't even have to touch anything. You just have to look at it. They're gonna have they have of course the facial recognition to where like you could open up you could set certain facial expressions to open up certain applications to where you just have this type of face and you get like Notepad.
Well, we're going to need facial recognition because you're not going to recognize people in your family because you don't talk to anybody anymore. Your face is buried in your cell phone.
Yes, your new Google glasses are going to translate their physical image to their Facebook or social network avatar, and it's like, oh yeah, I know you now. I remember you from there.
It'll be mobile Mies. It'll be a much worse representation of real life.
But you do realize what's actually going to happen with this. You're going to have the little thing in the corner all of a sudden pop up. It's all like, oh, you got it. You got a message. Just like you look over and you check it out. It's just going to be a picture of a cat with bread on its head. It's like, oh my god, or they're gonna Rick roll you. It's just gonna start playing the Rick Astley thing. It's like, come on, I'm in the subway. That's what's gonna end up happening. It's certainly a great idea, but like any great idea, it has to be done just right in order for it to work. But then again, I have to say, if I trust anyone to do this right, it's Google. Google has a really big thing with doing things like this, but I've never seen them do huge things apart from the web, like hardware wise, except for the phone. They mostly do with software.
You know what it is they've gotten all the streets and they're like, how we don't have the time or the manpower to now comb the entire city. I know, we'll give everyone glasses and let them do it for us.
Yeah. They just take pictures, secret pictures that you want. The one thing that I found ridiculous about this that I just thought was crazy was when he walks into the bookstore. He's like, where's the music section? It brings up a freaking map of the store and shows him how to get to the music section. It's like, really? Come on, a map of the store?
Here's what's unrealistic about that. What kid goes to the store to buy music anymore?
A ukulele book.
If they're not stealing it online, they're buying it online.
Yeah,
they don't buy books.
Music stores are totally, just like newspapers, are moving completely towards the internet because it's easier, it's faster. News has always been about getting there first and everything. So the news, if you're still printing out paper for next week, and people are already posting stuff on the internet now, and news is definitely going social because you can't silence people as well on the internet. And I think that's one of the reasons why internet censorship is such a big topic in government. But yeah, that's moving towards a political point of view.
We can't keep feeding them lies if they talk amongst themselves.
It's ridiculous. Right. Yeah. It's like they're talking. They're actually communicating, albeit online, and they're not actually doing anything physical, so we don't have to worry about them rebelling or anything because they can't even pick up a spoon. I could pick up a spoon, I'm just saying. But, yeah, we're leaning towards a completely mental type of people. We're just expressing ourselves entirely in a two-dimensional online universe. And this is a theory I had that I posted a while back. Was that a website is basically a bunch of data on some server or something like that, and data basically boils down to ones and zeros, right? Electricity and all that. Same thing with your mind. Ideas and memories are just electricity in your brain. It's a little more complicated than that, but so's online data storage and all that stuff. So when it boils down to it, a web page is pretty much a lot like having a thought. It's an idea in your head, and that's translated into some way you can actually visualize it for other people. So when we start censoring the internet, how much longer until they're allowed to censor our own thoughts? Boom, right there. Mind blown, huh? Yes, mind blown.
Actually, I read an interesting quote that said scientists have, basically through research discovered we only use 12% of our brain.
12% now. We've gone up, huh?
Well, 10%, whatever it might be. Well, then they said, well, how much of their brains do they use to measure ours? So how do they know what's going on?
Yes, boom. Boom goes the dynamite, right? So just like, yeah, this Project Glass seems really interesting, going back to this and having a completely just went off. And that's great, we can go off topic because it's, our show, so we can do whatever the hell we want.
Let's see what I want.
Yeah. But we are coming to the end of our show. We got a few minutes left, so should we do anything different? You have any topics? I pretty much, those were all the topics. I actually have a whiteboard over here. If you're wondering why I look over to the left a lot during the show, it's because I actually have a whiteboard there.
It's not. It's because he's actually psychotic, and he keeps thinking that the Invisible Man's going to come out of the closet.
I keep looking back at the cat. Oh, God, it's right behind me. Is that right, Lily? Yeah. She's great. You know what else is great? This little guy, Zips. How can you be mad at that face? Look at that face!
You know what else is great?
What?
Easter beard.
Easter
Why
beard?
don't you give us about a 30-second breakdown of some Easter beard strokage?
Some Easter beard strokage? Wow, kind of on the spot, though. How does one do an Easter beard strokage? Do I, like, pet the beard and the ears at the same time?
I think you just pet the beard while wearing ears.
Ah, okay. Well, I gotta move this up then. Let's do a little beard Easter strokage here. That's not. Yeah, let's move it down. And we'll switch to a full screen of me, and you could just, we can hear you being interested as I'm not interesting. You know, one of these days I'm actually going to end up having to shave this beard, and that's going to be quite the terrible time, right? You know, it can't beard all the time. That's right there. It's a quote from me. It can't beard all the time. That's a sad. That's seriously a sad truth, right? You know, you can't beard all the time. Are you firing a weapon, or are you typing over there?
I'm not trolling. I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. Careful on dreaming code, guys, because if these laws go into effect, and then again, how does one state basically rule the internet? Arizona is basically.
What if my trolling packets happen to go through a hub in Arizona on their way to San Francisco?
Exactly.
Tell Andre that his beard is ugly and misshaped. Next thing I know, bam, I'm in a slammer.
We'd all laugh because we realized that my beard is amazing. I actually trimmed it up a bit. All right. That's my Easter bunny laugh. I think I'm freaking out my cat. So we pretty much covered everything. We went over the Red Badge Wars, the programming, your mama jokes. your mama's so dumb she tripped over the wireless network. And your mama's so dumb and yet smart that she tripped over the wireless network and somehow managed to unplug the internet. See, we talked about Arizona. We talked about the Project Glasses. Anything, Cena? You're freaking out my dogs with my menacing cackle. Yeah. Curly brackets, mustache. That should be the symbol for the show, just like a curly bracket. How would you do a beard? That's a mustache. How would you do a beard? Would the beard be like the curly bracket with an angle bracket? Like, you know, I'll just type this in chats. But the people that are watching the live stream will have no idea what we're talking about. Is that an evil beard? Is that an evil goatee right there? All right, so we're just going to sum things up now. We encourage anybody watching this to talk about it. You know, mention it to people. You know, tell them how awesome this show is. If they're really interested in programming, then they should watch the show because we don't even talk about programming at all.
You should find a stranger on the subway or public transportation of some form and nudge them and just say, you need to get some weeklydick.com.
You look like you could use a little dick. See, at first I was like, you know, maybe we should be a little professional, but it is so hard to be professional with a name like DICTV and Weekly Dick and stuff like that, that I'm just like, screw it, whatever, just go with it, whatever works, right? So what we're going to do, what I want people to do is, if you can, go to the YouTube channel, which is YouTube. And your friend actually suggested that we point and stuff like that because he can fix it in a recorded version.
Yeah.
Even though
he said you're a screw up, and anything that you do wrong, he can fix. No, I said that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
just aimlessly point and say things like, subscribe to our channel. I'm actually doing this in the dark right now, like people can see me, but yeah, just point up in the air and say, oh, subscribe to our channel, and he'll
Yeah.
be like, word.
Even though I look like a complete idiot in the live stream,
Right.
I'll look amazing and like a magician in the recorded one.
That's
It's
what
like,
he said.
kaboom,
He said it will look
YouTube.
a little awkward, but he also recommended it might look better if you did it without your shirt on. I'm just, throwing it out there.
It could. It could. I have the fan on because it's so freaking hot in here. So the YouTube channel, which we'll just put over, see this now. Yeah, we'll put it over here over Jason's face, right on top of Jason's face. We got the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/user/weeklydic, weekly DIC. And if that's too complicated for you, I'm not saying it is, but if it is, Mr. Pencil here has graciously put together weeklydic.com or weeklydic.com, where you can see all the previous episodes that you've missed or the past episodes that you love and want to reminisce by rewatching them, which I wouldn't blame you for. I rewatched some of the older episodes because I find myself fascinating. I can't get enough of watching myself. No, it's the beard. It's definitely the beard. But yeah, weeklydic.com. Mr. Pencil runs that. I love calling you Mr. Pencil. It's awesome. He runs that. He's got some stuff going on there, some information where you can see the gas. You could maybe some links to the stuff we talk about if you're interested. Whatever suggestions you have, I believe he's putting up a little feedback thing, right? You mentioned something like that. It's not running yet, right?
If I mentioned that, it was as an idea, so maybe just kind of re-mention that to me later, and I'll put it out.
Okay. Yeah.
No. I know what you're talking about. It would just be like an input form, so people could anonymously mention something, so they don't feel like, it will in any way be brought back to Dream and Code. So if they disagree with something or they like something more, they have the ability to just provide actual feedback to the show and
that's great.
Not feel like it's going to be tied to their name.
So yeah, you could. We don't have anything like that up yet, but we're planning on setting it up. I've been busy. Yes, busy getting the site working, and it looks amazing. So you could put stuff suggestions if you're just you're not really an IRC guy, but you still want to send some feedback and tell us how awesome the show is. You can do that.
Or an IRC girl.
Yeah, or an IRC girl. We're not against the female being an IRC here. We have at least one that I know of.
I was looking at the stats on YouTube, and it shows that there are 1.7% of our viewing audiences.
Oh, nice! It's the beard. It's attractive.
My assumption is we're not up to 100 viewers yet.
All right. Well, Lily's telling me it's time that we end this. We're coming up on the hour mark, and I really don't want to have that much cut out of this because I know that if we go over 16 minutes, then your friend just gets cut crazy.
Yeah, he'll probably cut out the huge silence where you screwed up and didn't play the actual commercial.
Well, God, see, it explains so much. Yeah, he'll probably get that cut out, so it doesn't matter if we go over like a minute or whatever. But we're gonna have to end this because I locked people out of this room for the hour that we're doing this, so.
Right, I forgot. Yeah, the dedicated orgy room that no one's allowed in.
Yes, it's the one-man orgy in here. Well, there's a cat involved. She switched sides apparently. So anybody that's celebrating this weekend, have fun, enjoy yourselves. I know that I'm going to be out of town for the next couple days, so that's that. I waited till after Friday. I didn't say, hey, I'll come by Friday. No, because I knew I had to do the show, and the show's, I'm a responsible person. Yeah, right.
Unlike Gabe, who's passed out in a pile of his own vomit, dookie, and urine.
No, it's Garba Harbor, Gabe.
He started drinking.
Yeah. So let me put this. We were totally going to rip into, we completely just blew over when we even met you. But the original guest tonight, I had set up to be Garba Harba or Gabe Habe, as most of you know. I'm just gonna start calling Gabe Habe because Garba Harba is just people be like Garba Harba.
There's no R's in his name.
I know, it's ridiculous, but he says that's how it's pronounced. But I guarantee you, most people say Gabe Habe. He was going to be the guest on the show. We set it up, but he said it's kind of effy. He basically said he was going to go out with his friends and that he was going to try to stay up because you got to keep in mind that he lives on like the freaking other side of the Atlantic Ocean. So his time's a little bit different, and I guess they just hit daylight savings over there or something, their version of it. So it's like 3 a.m. to him when this show starts. So he was not only drunk, but he was half asleep. So eventually he's like, I got to go. I can't make it. I'm going to pass out. So it's understandable, but, you know.
It is not understandable nor acceptable at all because Sunday through Thursday, he is up at that hour anyway playing video games. And then he's late to work every morning. You can follow on Twitter and correct me if I'm wrong, but he misses the bus. He's late to work. But on Friday night, oh, I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Gabe Hay. We wished you could have made the show. Would have been interesting. But number 2 here, literally number 2.
I gotta pick up the slack.
You're my number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
Apparently you work for yourself because you have your own business. But yes, he was more than happy to step up as the backup guest, but it still turned out so great, you know? I'm glad that you showed up because we had such a great discussion tonight about such great topics. But we're going to end this here now. So we're going to stop the show. We're going to go to the splash screen, and you guys are going to get to leave because it's Friday night, and what are you doing on the internet?
Good night.
Catch you guys later.